such a horribly windy and rainy day today, as you may have noticed. I thought what better to do than film a video of my camera collection. Maybe I'll see it in the background, but the sound might be bad in this video, given that it is windy and rainy. So, let's get into it. So first up we have the Fujiko ST801. I was going to start off by saying I love this camera. It is one of my favorites. I've had it for a little while and I've shot probably half of my work on this. I have a lot of rolls of film that I need to get developed, like 20 plus. It has a bit of fungus in the lens. I don't know if you can see it. And the viewfinder is cracked. I did figure out that you could take that off. So I might have to look on the web somewhere to see if I can find another one. Live meter works well. It goes from f16 to f1.8, 50mm lens. Shutter sounds wonderful. So that's camera number one, Fujiko ST801. Next up is the Pentax SBO 160 in its original case. This was given to me by my grandma, and I don't think I have any work that I've done on this developed yet. I only did a couple rolls on this, so switches on, the button just here. It's got the zoom lens, and it shutter sounds like this. Not the greatest sound, but you know, what can you do? And next up we have the Sheikah Minister in its original case. I picked this up at a pawn shop for 50 bucks, I think. A little while ago. This was the first fully mechanical film camera that I bought. There's a rangefinder, and it is from around the 60s, I believe. This one works fine except for its light meter, which is unfortunately broken. It's got a range focus, a range finder obviously. Its shutter sounds like this. I shot a few rolls through this that I got developed. One of them was at a carnival in the town I live in, so and they came out quite well. A couple long exposures but came out a little funky, and a few other pictures, but all in all it's a very good camera. It's very solid and it feels good in your hands. Next on the list is the Box Brownie 620. I picked this one up off eBay for around 20 bucks, including postage. I think it came all the way from England, so it's a very in pretty decent condition for its age. This is also from around the 60s. I think it's got the Art Deco style front and two small waist level viewfinders. I've only put one roll through this and it was expired and did not come out well at all, so that was very unfortunate. There was a roll of Agfachrome 1000. And here's the shutter on this one. It takes 620 film, but you can modify 120 film to fit in these cameras with a pair of nail clippers. And we have the Instax Mini 11. I was given this for Christmas at the start of this year, I believe. It's a nice little piece. I've tried to make a couple double exposures with this one, which came out very interestingly. Shutter on this one, if it works without film. Aha. Very quiet shutter, but the film ejection is quite loud, so bit of a trade-off. Then we have the Nikon F60, which I was given this for my birthday a couple of years ago when I first got into film. It has a Tamron aspherical autofocus lens with 28 to 200mm zoom lens. I use this to take pictures of my sister's formal. I'll show you those photos, but I don't think she'd be very happy with me, so I won't. Shutter sound like this. It's got electric film advancement and all, and a nice modern SLR. Then after that we have this little guy, which is a very interesting little camera. I haven't shot anything through it because I don't know if I really want to, because it's pretty old and small, but I don't know how it would come out because I'll just show you. Nice little camera, very interesting little camera, but maybe not the best to shoot with our higher speed films that we have nowadays. It's a Braun Paxet Pronto. Very interesting little piece. Yeah. Actually, fire the shutter with this little knob on the side of the lens. It's got a very nice quiet little sound, and then you turn the film advance twice to reset the shutter and then to move the film along. And you open it up with this knob on the bottom. Not dissimilar to a Leica M6 or any kind of Leica, I think, with the M range. You load the film in here by putting the canister in here and putting it across that and loading it into this. You can see it has an absolutely tiny viewfinder, absolutely minuscule. Camera's battery died while I was filming that. How rude. How rude. Anyway, so it's a little Braun Paxet. I may have this up for eBay. Up on eBay at some point, I'm not sure. Or maybe Gumtree. But yeah, very interesting little camera. Then we have this Panasonic, what is it called? Panasonic NV DS65. I've used this to make a few feedback loops in my CRT, which I'll have to show you in another video. But it's a very good little DV tape recorder, camcorder. I forgot what they're called for a sec. This one I got for around 25 bucks at a junkyard sale thing in Sydney. It's a really cool place actually, in Richmond. And yeah, it's a good little camera. It makes a very interesting sound when you turn it on, and it doesn't always work. So, gotta love that. This thing survived a flood. Can you believe that? I also have this JVC GRDVL 9800 JVC camcorder that does, it has a battery and everything, but I don't have a charger. So I don't know if it works. I got this for free at a swap meet, along with a little mini tape recorder. That's pretty cool. I'll show you that in a second. I know it's not a camera, but it's cool. Here we have it. And like any good film photographer, I own both of the cliches. Polaroid 660. This is a good one. Why, does anybody know why the flashes are often pink on these cameras? Is it because the plastic ages? Or is it for some other reason? I would like to know, please. If you have any answers, put it in the comments. Thank you. This is a very good little camera. I have put one pack of film through this, and the results came out pretty well. Interesting, but pretty good. So, I love this camera. I don't think I will be selling it for a very long while. Then we have this interesting little contraption. This is not actually mine. This belongs to my sister, but she could never get it to work, and I, by some miracle, managed to get it to function, so it's been sitting on my shelf ever since. It's like 2 megapixels or something. It's very small, but it provides some interesting results. Yes. Then we have this. I was given this camera in 2018. I was given this camera in 2018 for my birthday. This was the first good proper digital camera SLR that I owned. Actually not, it's not even really an SLR, it's a DSLR. This has served me very well. This has a 20.3 megapixel sensor. It does not shoot in RAW, only in JPEG, but that didn't stop me. Shot most of my digital work on this camera before I was given the one that I'm currently shooting this video on. Yeah. Love this camera, not gonna let it go for a while. Then we have the camera I'm shooting this video on. It's a Fujifilm X-T3, and I currently have, I don't remember what lens is on it. It's one of the kit lenses, I'm pretty sure. This was gifted to me by my grandmother, and it is a very good camera. It has, how many megapixels? I don't remember how many megapixels this lens has, but it's very good. I love it, and it's really good. That's all I have to say. Remember how I said that I have 2 film photographer stereotypes? The Mamiya RB67 Pro S. I'm very proud of this camera. I love it. I've only got 1 roll of film back from it so far. I've put 2 rolls through it. First roll came out questionably. The second roll came out somewhat better. It was Kodak Gold 200, and I've never used that before. And it was also the second roll I put through this camera. It is in variably decent condition. It has some minor marks on it, but I need to replace the light seals in the back. That is the main issue I had with the second roll I put through this. Second roll I developed at home with Caffenol Developer. Coffee stains film, and it's very hard to get out. Let me show you an example. This is a photo. It is of a Volkswagen Type 3 that I shot on this camera, and the coffee has stained the film base. You can only see the picture. Let me just put that there for a sec. You can only see the picture if you hold it up to the light. That was a roll of Ilford HP5 that I developed in homemade Caffenol Developer, which I'm planning on experimenting more, but it did not come out very well. So this is the last camera in my collection. Actually, it's not. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. This camera is quite possibly my favourite, aside from the Fujica ST801. I got this for a very good price on eBay from a very well reputed seller from Japan. You find it has some marks, but it's quite clear. And I fully hope to shoot with this camera more. Fully intend and hope And if we want to get real technical, I suppose I also have this. The other proper camera I have is this one. It used to be my mother's, and it unfortunately does not work. It is a Panamax 110 TS with an automatic flash, and it's sticky. I love that. It's sticky. That is outstanding. What is that? Gonna have to abort mission. Oh my god. What the hell? I need to go wash my hands. I'll be back. What the hell? I almost forgot too, this is the shutter sounds for the RB67. What else fell? Did anything else fall? You get out of that. Here's the shutter sounds for the IB67. Probably shouldn't let that rebound like that.